Matt Mercado. We're here at Sonic Palace, and we're going to walk you through how we recorded our record. Whoops, hold off. Stop that 1 second. We're going to show you how we recorded this record. It's Matt Mercado and the Amazing Devils, my first solo record. It's out on Dark Star Records, April 22nd. And we're going to walk you through the whole process of starting from drums. This is how we started it. That's Brent, the drummer.
How you doing? I'm Brent Mays.
I'm
Adam, the intern.
Bass player,
Basil Cooper. How you doing?
All right. And we're going to start with the kick drum here. First, this is a trick kit, die-cast aluminum. I like it in the studio just because it's, I'm personally not a drummer, so I can leave it in the back for, you know, however long it can get cold and stuff. So this is why I have this one. And real nice studio kit. This is a kit we use on the record. We're going to start with the kick drum. I personally use, this is your old standard AKG D112. There's some other mics I've been using lately too, which I like the Audix D6. That's pretty good too. But this is, I just have this around and I've had it for years. I'm used to it. I'm going to start by putting it in right about that much on an angle. And if you can see, you need me to get a light here because this is let me get a very important. If you can kind of shoot up in there, way up in there, and see where it's at. And I kind of get down. And you can put it in even a little bit further if you want to, or bring it out. But it's on an angle, and you're going to aim it at the beater, exactly where the beater hits the kick drum. Right there. And that's, been recording drums now probably 15 years, and that's just where I like to put it. Onto the snare drum here. That's a little bit off. A little bit here. Basically, you want to come about an inch off the head, and some people like it a little bit in further. I've been doing lately right about there. So about an inch away, pointing a little bit down. Always with drummers, you always have to be careful of getting around all this stuff. Next, the first tom. That looks about right about there. Kind of point it down. You don't want it like this, because then you're just going to pick up all this other stuff in cymbals. And always, try to get the drummers to get the cymbals as high as possible, because a lot of them have them. When you came down today, they were like set down here. You need the separation, so work with.
You need separation for the sound, or is it just like a mechanical thing that might whack the mic, or?
This will bleed into this mic, and we don't want that. So we want the cymbals to be as far away from the toms as possible as they're comfortable with. Tell them to just as much as they can, because a lot of times they're down here. That's just gonna bleed, and even hit the mic too. But it's definitely gonna bleed into there. So we got this one set up. Pretty much this one can go back a little bit, maybe. Right about there. And then
what are those mics? The ones on the top?
These are actually Audix F10s, and I used to use PL. What was it? PL10s. Yeah. Oh, Electro Voice PL10s. But I replaced them with these. I like these a lot. They're a little crisper sounding. And on the floor tom, actually, I use a SM58. I know it's not a very popular one on the floor tom, but that's the one I like to use. I've been using it a lot lately. And right about there, it depends where they have the ride again, but try to get it away from there. And also try to, you're talking crosstalk. These are cardioid mics, so the crosstalk is going to be all around there. I mean, you're going to get a little bit of that, but that's how he has his cymbal set up. There's not much else you can do. You might be able to come around here, but that might be in his way, so maybe you could even put it a little bit more over there. That would probably be good too, but that should be fine right about there. And then on the two rides right here, I'm sorry, on the two overheads, my technique, some people use an XY, it's like this, and it's okay. This is my technique. I just go over the cymbals. I try to keep them as even as possible. And here's the diaphragm right here. I try to aim on the outside of the bell, right there. Because if you go a little bit too here, you're going to get a little washiness. A little bit too much here, maybe too much bell. So right about aim, you could even put on a little bit of an angle. Aim right about there, on each side, on the other side, and on the same thing on this one. Aim right about there. Sometimes the drummers have their cymbal set up differently, so this is a nice setup. This is pretty easy setup to mic right here. It's not too bad at all. On the ride, we're going to do about the same thing. Try to
What's this mic here we're talking about on the right?
Actually, these are all Rode, just because I like them. These are NT1As, and this is an NT3. And I just found they work. I have used to use AKG C14s a lot. Just kind of like these for the overheads. I've been using them a lot lately. Probably definitely this is the exact setup we used on the recording of the record. So, and then here's the rides. You know, if you come out here a little too much, you're gonna get a little woo kind of washiness. So just try to maybe point a little bit away. I mean, more towards the bell, right about there. You can even go more bell, but right about there is usually pretty good.
What's the logic behind where you aim that mic particularly there?
With the this is because if I aimed it here, you're going to get a lot of whooshiness. Like the nature of the cymbals, you're going to get a lot of the air going like that. If you kind of put it a little bit in here, you get a little bit more crispiness. Same thing with these cymbals too. They're out a little bit too much, you're going to get more of the flopping air sound, as opposed to like if you get them right on aim more towards the bell, you get a little bit more of just the cymbal sound that you're looking for, and not just a big wash is what I do it for. And so right here is a little studio secret. It's been used a lot now. A lot of people used to reverse wire an actual speaker, but this is Yamaha came out with this. It's called a Yamaha Sub Kick, and what this does is this is a front of kick mic, and this just has it's actual. As you can see, it's an actual speaker. Let me see if I can show it to you here real quick. You can see that it's a little bended right there, but this is an actual speaker wired as a microphone. So it's a ginormous diaphragm microphone is what this is.
What kind of sound does that provide? What does that give you that's different from what you would have?
This is just like woo, all thunderous low end.
Okay.
And then combined with this, we're gonna use the AKG D112. We're gonna get more click, the body of the actual bass drum, and then we can even roll off a little bit of the sub, and then use this for the sub, and then combine them. And then when we get in the studio, I'll show you. When you're miking the same signal with two different mics, a lot of times you're going to get phase cancellation, and that's very prevalent in poor recording. So I'll show you. This should be pretty easy for you to hear the phase relationship in that when we get into the control room. And then one more mic we have here is the hi-hat mic. Same thing here where I'm aiming it right about there. As I said again, if you put it here, you're going to get a lot of the whoosh like that. Right.
Is there any difference between when you're dealing with a hi-hat and when you're dealing with the rides?
They're all pretty similar. Cymbals they're all pretty similar. Hi-hat's a little tougher. You might want to EQ the hi-hat a little bit more in the control room. Rides usually generally sound pretty good. Hi-hats definitely sound. They have a lot of upper mid frequencies that are very annoying, and you can EQ those out and just kind of dip those particular frequencies.